What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building with another banger. And as y'all can see, man, by the looks of the title and the screen, I'm bringing y'all the first ever new rare meta 100+ badge offensive threat build. Now we're going to be making it out of the small forward, but when it comes down to the takeovers, this is what's really going to take the build over the top. Also going to remind me of an oversized Steph and Curry build. So before we get into anything else, man, I just gotta say thank God for giving me this opportunity. Thank him for another day. Thank him for y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Shout out to the RGF family. But man, before we get any further as well, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody looking to join RGF, the Rich Gang family, be sure to go ahead and turn on post notifications. But do not forget to hit that like button, y'all. Let's go ahead and get 50 big likes on this banger. I know that we can do it. Be sure to share this video with your family and friends as well, man. And now, let's go ahead and get into the making of the first ever 100 badge offensive threat. So, when it comes down to the position, if you were paying attention, we're actually going to go ahead and make this build out of the small forward position. Now, you could definitely change it up to get the same build name out of a different position, but the way I'm making it is definitely going to be surprising and perfect. I went back and forth with the stats, trying to make sure that I get the best possible badge count as well as everything when it comes to the animations. So we're going to be going with 6'7". When it comes down to the weight, I'm going to go ahead and put this to 180, and the wingspan is going to be 7'1", y'all. Now, you can definitely change anything about this build based off of how you feel and what your playstyle is going to be based upon. But for me, I have to say that this is easily going to be one of those builds that you can just pick up and start playing with. Going to be a really good rebirth build to go ahead and start using. But now, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of these actual stats. So, we're going to start with the finishing. Close shot, going to be a 79. When it comes down to the driving layup, go ahead and put this up to exactly 84, y'all. Now, y'all know that I couldn't leave y'all hanging without contact dunks. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put this all the way up to a 92, y'all. Right there, as you can see, 23, or you can max it out at 99 and get somewhere up to 25 badges. But I'm actually going to go ahead and put this to a 92, just so we unlock the contact dunks being perfect right there. Plus, the 23 badges makes it even better. So when it comes down to the shooting, right here, that mid-range shot's going to be an 88. Three-pointer, go ahead and put this to an 82. And to be able to take this build in any game mode, put that free throw up to a 68, y'all. Now, so far, so good when it comes down to the badge count. When it comes down to the playmaking, put that pass accuracy to an 84. Ball handle, 83. And then as for the speed with ball, put this to a 78, y'all. And we're going to be able to get 26 playmaking badges, which makes this even better. Now, let's go ahead and get into the defense. Right here, you have to go ahead and put the perimeter defense to an 81 and keep the steal at a 46. When it comes down to the block, go ahead and put this to an 83. And now when it comes down to the rebounding, the only reason why I ended up putting attributes into these categories was because I wanted to get the best and most possible defensive badges in being 22. But as you can see, when it comes to these physicals, go with a speed of 82, acceleration 80, put the vertical up exactly to an 80 as well. And then when it comes down to the stamina, we're also going to be able to get another 80. So when it comes down to this build, I'm telling y'all, the animations we're getting out of it, especially with getting contact dunks, going to be a very overpowered build, especially on the defensive end. This build does not like anything when it comes to that side of the ball. And then the offense, I have to say, is just as good as the defense is, y'all. So if you want to make any adjustments, now would be the time to do it. But I have to say, this is easily the best possible setup that you will be seeing if you're trying to get every single animation unlocked. So right here, we already have 98 badges, y'all. Get the +4 from college, and that's going to give us 102 badges, which is going to be perfect for this kind of setup. Now, like I said, if you want to change anything about this build, for example, the rebounding, go ahead and do it and put it into any other category of your choice. You're going to take a huge defensive hit, but now let's go ahead and check out the takeovers. We get the slashing, shot creating, sharpshooting, and then we get the playmaking, y'all. Whichever of these is based off of your own playstyle, go ahead and pick them. But again, you could go ahead and pick the slashing if you wanted to, just to get more contact dunks. For me, just to be like Steph and go with the build name, I'm going to go with limitless range. The second one, ankle breaking shots. And now let's check out the build name. And as y'all can see, like I said, the first ever offensive threat 100+ badge build. Now remember, if you're making this build out of Rebirth, automatically you're going to be getting the +4 from the college added to your badges, which is going to easily put this build over the 100 range. I have to say, when it comes down to this game, it is so cool that we are finally able to make any type of build that we want, and still we're going to be able to unlock 100 badges. And I'm going to have to say this, I'm pretty sure you can get over 100 badges for every single build in the game, except for certain ones like well-rounded wing, well-rounded guard, things like that. But when it comes down to these stats, y'all, really, you're going to be getting at least a +12 depending on how you set up these builds. So remember, consider adding boost to this. Also, go ahead and consider running with a teammate that has floor general and defensive leader. That's going to be another +4, so 8 in total. Then if you want to consider your takeover, that is at least +4 more. I'm pretty sure it's a +10, but depending on which takeover you get, really, this is what's going to take the build over the top. So you can easily just go ahead and add +8 to every single category when it comes down to this build, especially for the physicals, y'all. Now, everything else, I'm telling y'all, the main things about this build that I have to say is with boost and then running with a teammate that's going to be having floor general. A lot of the offensive stats are going to be going in the high 90s, and some will even be 99. But now, let's go ahead and start off with this badge count. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and put on Hall of Fame Limitless Takeoff. Also, Gold Posterizer, Hall of Fame Slithery Finisher, then Silver Fearless Finisher. I'm also going to go ahead and put on Bronze Fast Twitch, Bronze Unstrippable, and then for the very last one, I'm going to go with Lob City Finisher just to be able to get the alley-oop animations. Now, when it comes down to the shooting, we got 27 badges that we're going to be able to work with right here. So, the main one that you got to go ahead and put on, Hot Zone Hunter on Gold, y'all. From here, Sniper is definitely one of the more favored and overpowered badges this year, so that is one that I would highly recommend going with. Now, just to add to the shooting percentages, I'm going to go with Clutch Shooter, and also any other bronze badge that you want to go with, go ahead and do so. I'm going to go ahead and put on Deadeye, but you can raise it to Silver if you want to. Another one that I'm going to throw on, Volume Shooter. Then, with these next 13, it really comes down to what y'all want to do. But for me, just to add more to the shooting boost that we get, Set Shooter on Gold. Another one is Corner Specialist on Silver. Then, I'm going to go with Bronze Catch and Shoot. You cannot forget about Blinders if you want to go on Gold right here. That is definitely going to be a really good setup to go with. And as for the last one, you could really go ahead and pick any badge based off of your own preference. For me, I would have to say that Stop and Pop is going to be very useful. So now, let's go ahead and get into the playmaking. Right here, I'm going to go with Bronze Bullet Passer. And now, right here, when it comes down to the rest of these badges, I'm going to go with Silver Quick Drive, Silver Quick First Step, Bronze Unpluckable, Bronze Bailout. Remember, there's a lot of badges in this set of categories, so whatever you want to go ahead and do, base it off of your own playstyle first, and then see if you like the setup that I'm going with. Right here, I'm also going to go ahead and put on Handles for Days, as well as Triple Threat Juke on Gold. You cannot forget about Tight Handles as well if you want to pair it up. There's going to be a lot of badges that you can go with when it comes down to these categories, but as long as you like the setup you're running, go ahead and do so. But now let's go ahead and get into the defense. I'm going to go with Silver Clamps, Silver Rebound Chaser, then Gold Intimidator is going to be very worthy of putting on. Rim Protector as well on the highest tier. Then we also get Chase Down Artist. I'm going to go with Silver, but if you want to go ahead and put it on Gold, you definitely can do so. I love the fact that we get Hustler for only 5 badges on Hall of Fame. Really nice setup. Another one that I'm going to throw on, Tireless Defender on Bronze, just to add to our stamina. Then, for the very last one, I'm going to go with Interceptor. But if you want to change anything about the setup, you definitely can do so. Mainly, this is what I would go ahead and do. Take down Rebound Chaser and then go ahead and upgrade Chase Down Artist to Gold. And this is a setup that I would be running. So, we get 22 defensive, 26 playmaking, then 27 shooting, and also 23 finishing, y'all. Again, I just gotta say thank God, all the glory goes to him for being who he is, giving me this opportunity, having y'all in my life as well as me and yours. I just want you to know that I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I got 2 more uploads dropping for y'all tomorrow, so be ready on Sunday. But man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody looking to join RGF the Rich Gang family, go ahead and turn on post notifications. But do not forget to hit that like button, y'all. Go ahead and let's get 50 big likes on this banger. Share it with your family and friends. And man, last but not least, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Thank God and Rich out.